chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. I feel like, you know what I mean? I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. But this is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean for...
Welcome to another episode of Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. We got a special edition that's going on 3 different channels, my guys. I got my boy Moochie Robinson. I got my boy One Trey Rock. We are all in the building from Birdgang Nation Sports Media, and we are here to talk them birds. How y'all doing today, my guy?
Good,
man.
real good.
I can't call it, man. Beautiful day today.
You too, Mooch? You good?
No, I'm wonderful. Let's talk about these birds.
Let's
and
talk
this
about
next
that
game.
All right. Well, you guys want to talk about the old game too, or you guys done talking about the old game? You guys just want to move straight to this game?
I'm gonna say, yeah, we done with that last week. Let's get focused on the second week.
All right. So, what do you guys want to see different from game 1 to game 2? Give me 2 takeaways each. You know, what do you guys want to see different from game 1 to game 2? Starting with you, Big Mooch.
The defense got to step it up in the first quarter. In the first half, we was sloppy. We was all the way around. It looked like Nelson was in space. Eric Wilson, he missed a couple tackles, but I get it because everybody didn't play in preseason, so I guess it was just a little sloppy. But then we picked it up in the second and a half. But it's mainly the defense. As long as the defense can get it straight within, like, as soon as the first hut or as soon as it first start, we should be straight. The offense, other than that, the offense was perfect. The O-line, our wide receivers, what's his name? Hurts. As long as I don't want him to run too much. He don't need to run. We got wide receivers and we got the backs for that. The only time I said I want him to run, as long as he run for like a good 10 yards for another first down, not a problem. But I do like that he slides, but I just don't want him to go head first. You know, I don't need him to be a Michael Vick. Just be Hurts, do you? I get it, I understand, but just don't do too much because you got everything around you. You got potential around you. Light them up and get your yardage. That's what I gotta say.
All right. What about you, Big Trey?
All right, for me, it's just simple. We gotta do better in the run game, man. Our defense, it's not going to be like the Atlanta Falcons game. The 49ers can actually run the ball. They actually have a scheme to run the ball. That zone stretch run is dangerous. If you get out of your run fits, that could be a big play. So I'm going to say we got to. And I didn't like them standing Jannard Avery up, bro. He was getting murdered in the run game. He bad footwork. He losing his foot and not even getting touched. So with this team, the 49ers, they're going to be able to expose things like that. So we're going to have to be sound in the run game, man, like sound. We're going to have to force Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the football. I like our chances forcing Garoppolo to throw the football over them running picking up a consistent run game. And for the offense, I feel like Sirianni, he called a perfect game. Like a lot of people like want to nitpick on what happened. Like Jalen Hurts didn't throw the football deep. All right, so the game plan was working. Why change up? Now, if we're in a game where we have to throw the football deep, I trust Jalen Hurts to, I mean, get it there. I feel like his arm is solid. People give him flag about his arm, but I feel like he has a solid arm. He's a solid quarterback. We called it a perfect game. We mixed the run and the pass up. We made adjustments at halftime. So I feel like for us to win this game, we're going to have to shut that run game down, force Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the football.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Like you guys both said, I want to see more running early. You know what I'm saying? I want us to establish that line of scrimmage early because I feel that once again, just like Atlanta, we have a better offensive line compared to their defensive line besides Bosa, because Bosa's a freak. Now, we got a better defensive line than their offensive line. So that's where we got to win the game again. And I want to come out hot running that ball. You know, we did see some nice runs from Miles Sanders. We did see some nice runs from Kenny Gainwell. But let's keep it up. You know what I'm saying? Like the passing game started out last game. You know, we went 3 straight screens. You know, then we had the touchdown to Devontae. We were really passing the ball on them because, you know, their secondary is trash. Just like the Niners, their starting DB is hurt too. You know what I'm saying, on their team. And they also got Ayuk might not be playing. And then they also got Mostert out for the year. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of injuries that they're coming to from game one that we need to expose. You seen TJ Hawkinson have all them catches last game, you know, against the Niners. That boy looked like an all-pro tight end. And he is really good. But we have 2. So I want to see them work Zach Ertz, run the ball, and then work Ertz and Goddard over that middle of the field, you know, on the outs in the middle, like 5-yard slants and like, you know, little 10-yard curls and stuff like that, you know, to get these guys open and expose that defense. Because they do got a good linebacker in Warner. But like just like the last game with Atlanta, they had one good linebacker in Deion Jones. He can't be all over the field. He can't guard everybody. So let's make him work all game long. Starting out by running those linemen straight into him. You know what I'm saying? Let Mailata hit him up a couple of times off of a, you know, double team block, flying off, peeling off to the linebacker. Let's see these guys get physical early and then go deep to my boy Quez Watkins. Because Quez had those 3, you know, screen plays early, but then you didn't really see Quez Watkins the rest of that game. You know what I'm saying? I think we need to expose his speed and use his speed. I like how they like to say, you know, all we got to do is throw him a screen. But that's cool too. But let's see him go deep a couple of times. And let's see Jalen Hurts really air out that ball.
I mean, like I said, we got too much heat because it's like we got so many players. It's like, who do you throw to next? This is why I said as a matter of fact, we didn't even see Boston Scott play.
Yeah, he didn't get buried.
And even if we didn't see him play, this is why I said we need to bring Jordan Howard in just to get those extra yards. And so Sirianni, I mean, after what I've seen with Gainwell getting a touchdown, Miles Sanders doing a couple things, then Rhaegar, he make like again, Hurts is like he's opening up and he's going to make all these wide receivers great. He's even going to make JJ Arcega-Whiteside great. Now, only thing is now they still using them to, you know, far as blocking, but I guarantee you, if you give him a chance, he's strong enough, especially like in the red zone. If you could use him in the red zone, I mean, that's a touchdown all day. But again, it's just so many weapons. I just feel that you need to bring Jordan Howard in for this game, particularly after what the 49ers had did last week. I'm pretty sure they're going to think they're going to come in because again, Jimmy Garoppolo, he was struggling all year last year, but now that they got that guy Trey Lance in, he's definitely stepped his game up. So I mean, I know they got a game plan, but I just know that we just gotta do something better, pick it up. And like I said, it's just the defense. As long as the defense can pick it up, Darius Slay. I mean, I get it. I understand he do what he do. Then it's Nelson Aguilar. It's Steven Nelson. But it's like these wide receivers and they play scheme. When you see, like, after I was looking at how the wide receivers, like, they're always open or they always in space. Like, if we play zone, sometimes I don't like to play zone because when you play zone, you give these wide receivers too much space to go into the middle to catch the ball just for like a good 3-4 yards as far as like if they have to get a first down. So I don't know. I guess we just see what's next.
We also got to clean up the penalties. Our offensive line had 11 penalties last week. We can't We can't go in this game in San Francisco and get them good field position. We gotta keep them in long distances, and we can't give up that many penalties on the offensive line, man. We had a penalty riddled game. So I mean, hopefully we clean that up during the week and we go into the game with a fresh slate. But overall, I liked how our offensive line played. They played physical. I mean, they got out on the run. They was good at pass blocking. They picked up blitzes. Even Miles Sanders was picking up blitzes. I was like, yo, he had these boys coached up. They coached. I don't know, bro. I feel like this offense is going to be dangerous. It's going to be a dangerous offense because you can't play us too high safeties because Miles Sanders is going to run all over you. You drop somebody in the box. Now you got one-on-one, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins. I'm not really feeling the route running from Rager. I mean, they basically using him as a gimmick player. You a first-round draft pick, bro. You going up against the third wide receiver on the team basically every week. You should be murdering him. We should be murdering him the third wide receiver on that team every week. And with the 49ers being so beat up in the defensive backfield with Jason Verrett going down for the season, now they just shuffling DBs right now. So I feel like we're going to have a solid game through the air this week.
Yeah, man. I think it's going to be real nice, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's going to start with that running the ball first, you know what I'm saying? I like a thing on Howard coming in, but I don't see it happening. Like when I was looking at some of the highlights in practice, you know what I'm saying? You mostly just see Miles Sanders and, Gainwell sitting there together. They're working on their catches and stuff like that. I didn't even see Boston Scott in the clip that I seen. You know what I'm saying? And Boston Scott didn't get it. I think they're going to try to feature these guys. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a dangerous combination. You know what I'm saying? They both can run good. They both can receive good. You'll never know. Once that RPO starts really working, you'll never know which one of those guys are going to get the ball. You know what I'm saying? You can do double options out of that. You can do, double option screen, out of that. There's a lot of things that you can do and open up the offense with those guys back there together. I do want to see a lot of this 21 personnel, this two back sets. I think we need to do a lot more and running the ball with it and passing the ball with it this next game against the Niners, because I think it worked out pretty good. You seen that Rager screen for the touchdown off the RPO fake, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that's going to be able to be open all day because they're too dangerous. Jalen Hurts is too dangerous with his legs. You know what I'm saying? Whether he pulls it and take off running, or he hands it off. Those are three dangerous runners in the backfield at one time, and the defense got to respect it. That's something that they will not go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? If they do that, say you come out the first drive and you do the RPO thing, the whole first drive, they will throw 8 men in the box. That's a guarantee. And then that's when you pop over the top with a deep ball to like Quez or, Devontae Smith, one of those guys, until you back them up again. And then once they back them up again, then you run the ball again. Like you said, man, we are going to be so dangerous this year. It's going to be so hard to stop this offense. And our defense is tenacious. So as long as the defense keep playing at that level and everybody stay healthy on this offense, man, you already know what I got. The Birds winning a lot of football games this year. There's not going to be too many teams to stop us, man. And, the way these injuries on other teams, they're just helping us out. Atlanta had a huge injury right before the game. You know what I'm saying? Their left guard got hurt, and then they had to start a rookie. And what did we do that whole second half? We destroyed that rookie. You know what I'm saying? Hargrave was eating. Ridgeway was eating. You had rookie linebacker Johnson came in getting sacks. Like everybody was attacking that weakness. And I see that's exactly what's going to happen with these Niners this week. All their weak spots, are going to be exploited. And I definitely hope that, that we don't think too much about Debo Samuels and play more of a prevent style defense, more coverage style defense. Because if you let that rookie Trey Sermon get hot, that might be a problem. Moisture's out, and we know what he can do because of his speed. But Trey Sermon ain't no joke either. He plays some good college ball, and I don't want them to overlook him. And worry about the outside Kittle and what's that dude that you said?
Debo Samuel, Brandon.
Yeah, and forget about the rookie because he is a rookie. So we definitely got to make sure our run defense is ready to roll too this week.
I ain't really too worried about a rookie back. I'm more worried about Bosa wrecking this game. That's what I'm more worried about. I'm gonna say,
Laney, what's up?
I'm gonna say you got options. I feel like they're gonna put Bosa more on Jordan Mailata. They already know what they're gonna get from Lane. He's not gonna want to go up against Lane too much, but you can move Joey Bosa up and down the line. I mean, you can even line him up at a D tackle position. So we're gonna have to be solid up front. We can't let this dude wreck this game. Him or Fred Warner.
Yeah.
I don't want
I
Jalen
mean,
Hurts running for his life all game.
right. That's what I'm saying. That's why we need to turn Jordan Howard either into a fullback or even if he's a good running back to far as blocking wise. But and let me ask you this. Do you think the Falcons game was just an easy game to the point where like was it a gimmick as in do you think it was just that easy? Like or was we like how do I explain it? Because it's like it feels like that game was easy to the point where it was like, oh, so now we gotta win. Enjoy it. Now we gotta go after what the 49ers had just did. I mean, do you think I think that we are going to win only because it's a home game too. Um and like you said, because the guy is out the D back, what's his name? Verrett.
It's right, yeah.
Yeah, because he's out now. Who's going to Devontae Smith? I believe he's going to get a touchdown each game. Like for every 17, what we got 16 more games, he's going to get at least one touchdown a game. Because as far as Hurts, like they got that capability to as far as them being at Alabama and they know each other and all that. Like that, like I said, he's Devontae Smith to me is like that Hollywood Brown, like far as size wise and all that. And he just, I'm surprised he was able to still get that separation. Cause like I said, I thought he was gonna hurt himself, but like everybody on our team now, like they was limited to practice. Like everybody, for some reason, all everybody needs is hurting. Then they was limited to practice today. So, and like the guy Dickerson, hopefully, I wonder if they're gonna put him in because he had a full practice today too. So, like I'm just excited to see all like how all this going to prevail because again, everybody didn't believe in us, and now all of a sudden here it is. And then we had them at 6 points, so that was another good thing. But again, the defense was just it slowed up until the second half, and it was like wow. And I always had faith in Hassan Ridgeway, and like he just turned it up. And then Ty McGill, he got cut. So I'm upset about that because he was nice. But again, like I said, as long as this defense can step it up in the first half, the first quarter, as soon as that ball hike, like we need to just get in there and we should be all right. And
I
again, it's
feel
a
like
home game.
I feel like it was a bad idea putting Jannard Avery as a stand-up linebacker. He's more of a DN than a linebacker.
But that's
Or
where
he's
he
a
had his
Hold
best
on, but
game.
yeah,
Yeah,
but what's his name?
that's
He
outside
was
line.
he was with a trainer, and the trainer said they should have never put him at DN. They should have kept him at linebacker because of his leg work. And then you just said his leg work wasn't, what I'm saying, all that right. So, and I said, well, he should be a linebacker too. So,
Well, he
I
played his
mean,
best ball when he was with the Cleveland Browns. He's a standout linebacker,
He was an outside
right.
linebacker though.
outside
They had him
linebacker.
playing basically middle. In the 3-4, so Cleveland ran a 3-4 defense. The outside linebackers is basically DNs that's standing up.
Yeah.
So
But when
he
he
would
came to
that's what
us a
that's
couple of years back, they moved him to end, and that's what they're saying messed up his game a little bit because he was never supposed to go to end. You know what I'm
right.
saying? He's supposed to stay the outside linebacker. We didn't use him that way. We kept him out of position, and that's why he didn't do very good on our team. You know what I'm saying, for those years. But that's why they moved him back there. So maybe it's going to take a couple. Like
But
even with the start of the way the defense started this game, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's like, whoa, we need to start a little faster. For one, even those two drives where they did look good, they didn't score no touchdowns. The defense held them out of the end zone. That's bend but don't break. And you can't ask for that more, especially out of the first game of the season. That's the first game back. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think JG was even calling no real, like, putting any real heat on them until after that second drive. You know what I'm saying? So, that I don't think that's going to happen, so much the second game. I think he's going to go into a more attack-based defense as opposed to that first one. First one, his first coaching defensive, where he's calling the defensive plays, as a defensive coordinator, he probably was kind of playing it safe. He's trying to play it safe. But then they definitely tightened it up in that red zone to the point where, hey, we kept them out of the end zone. That's to score no points the whole the whole game, man. When you got Calvin Ridley on your squad, when you got this phenom tight end supposedly, and Pitts on your squad, and Pitts only had 29 yards the whole game. Calvin Ridley was shut down after like the second drive. You know what I'm saying? You really didn't even see him no more. So I'm not really worried about our defense so much. I just think, as long as they keep doing what they do, we'll be all right. That defensive front seven, that defensive front four, that rotation they got is dangerous. And you can get a couple of those players hurt and still be dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like we got really good depth at that defensive line spot that's gonna wreak havoc on every quarterback. But like JC was saying here, what he said, he plans on us going run heavy first, then going deep. That's what we talked about earlier, And with the veterans, resting. No worries with the veterans. Day of rest. Today was veteran rest day, so what I'm saying, you let the guys heal. They got banged up first game of the season. They're gonna be all right. They're gonna come out firing on all cylinders by Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we got too many stars on this team to worry about anything. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think we ever need to go directly to Devontae Smith or directly to Miles Sanders or directly to anybody. Keep it balanced the way it is. If you notice, Jalen Hurts scored touchdowns to who? He scored touchdown to Doc Goddard. He scored a touchdown to Devontae Smith. He scored a touchdown to Rager. Let everybody eat. You see, Miles Sanders didn't get no touchdown, but he ran the ball pretty good, and he had to catch it where he was over 100 yards total. And then Gainwell had his first touchdown as a rookie. So keep it that way, where you're just spreading the ball. Kind of like that year Carson had, 4,000 yards passing, but he didn't have a receiver over 500 yards. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep it like that. You know what I'm saying? Where you're spreading the ball, because that would make our offense more dangerous, because you never be able to go into the game and say, who am I going to really stop? You know what I'm saying? Like, you'll always be having to pick one, choose one, but once you pick one, the other one's going to start up on you. So,
and they also keep the defense coordinators all balanced. So, I mean, that's a great problem to have when you don't have one dominant player on your team. Just like I felt like Atlanta would be like that because them losing Julio, they don't have to look for him too much no more now. So now you can spread the football around. You could throw it to him. You could throw it to him. You could throw it to him. You don't know who to cover. But it looked like
but you talking about Matt Ryan. Like, that's a guy that he can't even run no more. He can't. I'm surprised they didn't even get a new quarterback in the draft, because I just knew that as soon as he get the ball, he's not. You see how every time he was trying to run, and then I seen some memes where the way how he fell, and you like, do you want to go see a dead body? Like, that's exactly how it was, because it was like, that's why I said this is Matt Ryan. We should have like at least 10 sacks, but it didn't happen until the second quarter. So I understand, like you said, it's the first game. Let them relax, this and third, and then when the second game come, they should understand a lot more. They're gonna get their feet wet, or they understand now that we're home. And that's why I said I know it's gonna be a real exciting, because it's a home game. We shouldn't lose. We can't lose, because again, it's just, this is where it all starts now. And Devontae Smith, I know he's gonna turn up. I know Quez Watkins. We talking about a guy from last year where we all thought that Hightower was better than Quez Watkins. We always said, okay, but then again, it was different coaches. It was different coaches, and now Sirianni
offseason, he put in a lot of work this offseason.
And that's another thing. Sirianni, he was a wide receiver coach, so I guess I know he's seen potential in him, and I think that's the same thing. What I'm saying is he see the same potential in JJ Arcega-Whiteside. He just need to use him. Just need to use him in the red zone. And, when we have to use him, I'm pretty sure he's going to catch the ball. Like I said, like in Trey, I remember last time when you was like, we were all getting in our feelings. Again, they didn't use him right. You know what I'm saying? You use him right, we'll be all right. Like again, every time when JJ Arcega-Whiteside come in, he comes in, he catch a long 30 ball. So when he get the ball, he gets up, he do his little, you know what I'm saying, and then he goes right back to the sideline. Like, why? What are we doing that for? Keep him in there. And then again, we kept him in there in some games last week, but he was only blocking. So it's like, come on, we can't continue. I don't want you to continue just to bring him in and use him for great blocking.
Because he's the best run blocking receiver we got. That's why I think that's the only reason why he made the team, because
he can catch the rock too, though. I really believe in JJ Arcega-Whiteside
too. I feel
Say
like
it again.
I see like with JJ, for me, it's like, even how people say he wasn't developed right with our last coaching staff, I also look at the fact that if you're number 2 second round draft pick, You let undrafted receivers come in and catch the ball. Our whole team was dropping. So if he was really that good at catching the ball, he would have got more balls thrown to him. You know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't
JJ
really,
didn't make
but
that many plays even when he was playing a lot. There was a couple of games where JJ started and got the starting opportunity was out there and he wasn't really getting open. He dropped a couple here and there. You know what I'm saying? To the point where like you're a second round pick, you need to be making plays. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the game just to be in the game. You got, how you gonna let Ward that was undrafted? How you gonna let Fulgham come to the team and take over the number one spot when you're a second round pick? You know what I'm saying? Like he let these other guys outplay him. You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah, but we
opposed to
talking about Carson Wentz to the point where Carson, it depends on the certain plays, and we're talking about Doug Peterson. Like you can read Doug Peterson eyes, like you can, or even if I was doing the same thing, like what's the quarterback that used to be on for the Cowboys, and now he's a analyst. Like I used to look at the formation, and I already knew what they was going to do before they did it, and I knew
you
he
talking
wasn't
about
going to throw
Tony
the.
Romo?
Yeah, like that's why I gotta record myself. I'm gonna record myself one day, just looking at the game and looking at the format, the formation, and I must tell you who he gonna throw it to before it even happened, or if it's a running play or whatever. But it's been times when we talking about Carson Wentz where he'll throw him the ball like one time, and then it's like again, Dennis Ward, and everybody else. Yes, they had their situation where they caught the ball and saying third, but it was like when JJ Arcega-Whiteside come in, it's like I guess they looked at it as because he had good run blocking. Let's keep him at good run blocking. Let's keep him there. But if you would have thrown him the ball, or if you just gave him another opportunity, but like I said, this is his opportunity now. And if it was just me per se, I would just keep him in the red zone and just use him for that purpose. As of right now, if y'all gonna keep using him as run blocking,
I
yeah.
feel like they should
And
have
Coach
repented.
said it too. He need to get him in the game more. You know what I'm saying? Because he did run block so good that game that he does deserve some catches and some routes to go in his real way. So we see what happens with that one.
JJ Arcega-Whiteside is a big body that can get those 50-50 balls for you. We got Travis Fulgham on the practice squad. It's like y'all left him on the team. Get a dude the opportunity to really make the team and really make up to the fans. They don't really give him too many opportunities. Well, in the first game, I didn't really see him.
Mm-hmm.
They really put him in for run situations or like the screenplay blocking and stuff like that. I mean, he's a fifth wide receiver on the depth chart. That's you got to expect that from him. But I feel like he could play his way up a little bit. Dude, when I watched JJ Arcega-Whiteside at Stanford, I seen a Larry Fitzgerald. Not as athletic, but he can win those 50-50 passes. And he had enough speed to beat you deep. So I feel
that
like
was his.
he's still the same dude. It's just they got to build his confidence up a little bit.
Nigga, JC said JJ has a package. Just too early to bring it out. Just wait and see. He's the biggest JJ lover in the world.
I like JJ Arcega-Whiteside, bro. I feel like he just got a bad rap in his. You know how Philly fans is.
Mm-hmm.
They did it to Nelson Aguilar. They did it to JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Dude drop a pass or two. Now he suck. They giving him fan hate emails and stuff like that. Like Philly is a hard place to play in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard place to play in, bro. You got to come to play every week. If they see you not giving maximum effort, they gonna dog you.
Yeah.
Y'all know how it
Yeah, that's
is.
true.
Y'all know how it is.
Yeah.
Well, let's go into this next game here with the 49ers now. Who do you think we're going to see? Do you think that, they got Garoppolo? You seen Trey Lance come into the game and score the first touchdown of the game. You know what I'm saying? He passed it in the red zone. Do you think they're going to keep Trey Lance on, this snap count where it's like kind of like we did with Jalen Hurts the beginning of the year last year, where he only came in and you got to the point where you knew what he was going to do when he came in. He just came in to run a couple of gimmicky play, then back to the sideline. Then maybe at the end of the game come in and make a gimmicky play, back to the sideline. Do you think it's going to be one of those things for Trey Lance? Because Jimmy G did have a good game for the first game of the season, so it's not like you're going to go bench him after that game because he had a really good game. I think Jimmy G usually don't get over 300 yards passing like that, and he definitely passed the ball pretty good. Do you think they're going to work Trey Lance into the office to replace Jimmy G, or you think it's going to be more of a here and there situational type football where you get him in whenever you think you want to sprinkle him in, and then he's coming out? We'll start with you, Mooch.
I think they're going to do it. I think they're going to play the scheme the same way how they do it with the Saints. With you know how they be mixing it up. What's the guy number 7 and oh man,
What was his name?
Jameis Winston and
yeah, like
What's
I
Jameis
that
think they're going.
and damn, I can't think of his name either.
name? Damn.
But that's what I'm saying. I think they're going to
Taysom Hill. Taysom Hill.
Taysom. Yeah, Taysom
yeah.
Hill.
I think they might, because of course Jimmy Garoppolo is going to come in. He's going to do his thing probably for he comes in and do a session, and then they might bring Trey Lance in just so they can try to flip the heads, like, you know what I mean, like mess them up a little bit. But it shouldn't matter because I mean now that we home, the defense is going to turn it up a little bit more, and then they're going to get through there. I mean, again, like Burnett, like they starting Burnett, and like I said, they got to run through. And that's nothing. Gannon, he hasn't been blitzing, so I don't understand why he hasn't been blitzing yet. And I get it. I understand from the preseason where he wanted to see how everybody fits or see what everybody does. But now we in a real game now. We need to start blitzing. And Eric Wilson, like I said, some of these linebackers when they was playing, they was missing tackles. But again, now that this is the second game, I'm pretty sure they just got to tighten up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's what I think they're going to do, though. As far as with those two quarterbacks, I think they're going to try to, bring them in, have one come in for a session, and then maybe when they get down to the red zone, they might switch up with Trey Lance and try to, do what they did last week. But I mean, it shouldn't work. But again, because we got fans now, and the fans is going to help them out too. So that's how I feel about it.
I feel like they're going Jalen Hurts, Trey Lance. You get me? This is going to be basically a red shirt season to him until Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo got an injury history. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they're going Jalen Hurts, Trey Lance until either the injury history pop up or Garoppolo's playing so bad that they got to put him in. The same way with Jalen and Carson last year. I feel like by week 7-ish, you'll get a more clearer answer. Right now, this Jimmy Garoppolo team, they paying them too much money for it not to be. Trey Lance waiting in the wing right now. So you're gonna have to get you're gonna bring him in to get his feet wet a little bit. I mean, do the little run pass options, stuff like that. They're gonna toy around with it for like the majority of the season. But next year, Jimmy Garoppolo might be gone. This is gonna be Trey Lance's team. So that's how I feel about it. I feel like they're gonna just hold him back for a while. Jimmy Garoppolo making so much money over there that they can't just throw Trey Lance in and put him on the bench and then pay him all his money. So, I mean, that's really
Hold
the
on.
situation.
I beg to differ. If Trey Lance, I mean, if Jimmy not playing well, I get it. They paying him so much bread, but if he ain't playing well, they'll definitely throw Trey Lance in
Yeah,
because of
that's
what
what I
he.
said. That's what I said. If he start playing bad, then they're going to put Trey Lance in there. But
I thought you were saying because even though they paying him all this money, that
no, I'm
he was
saying
just
he's going to start these games because they're paying him so much money. But if you start
okay.
playing bad, then that's when the controversy going to come. 49ers fans going to be screaming for Trey Lance. And they're going to listen to him because they drafted him high. They drafted him high. They drafted him higher than the Eagles drafted Jalen Hurts, and we wanted Hurts in. It's like you drafted you drafted Trey Lance top 5. So
Yeah.
I mean, they gonna be clamoring for him, especially Jimmy G have a game where he throw a couple interceptions, he fumble a couple times. That's gonna be the end of him in San Francisco.
Yeah.
Because he got that wolf on the back in his back pocket. They hear the fans' voices just like we do down here. The front office hear our voice. They hear the fans' voices down there. So I mean, Jimmy Garoppolo gonna have to put on his big boy pants every day.
Yeah, and I agree with both of you guys. Like I said, I think it's going to be the same kind of way where they're going to sprinkle him in. But, until Jimmy G mess up, it's going to be his ship to ride the whole year out. If he makes it the whole year, then he'll be in the whole year. But if not, you definitely, the first time of weakness, you're going to definitely see Trey Lance take that spot. You know what I'm saying? They invested too much money and too high of a draft pick in him not to get him on the field. And they're just waiting for the opportunity to get him in there. Hey, shout out to the 18 in the chat. Please hit that like and subscribe to all of our channels. Moochie Robinson's channel, you know what I'm saying? One Trey Rock's channel, Birdgang 31's channel. All of them are in the chat. So So make sure you go subscribe, and also subscribe to our new network channel, Birdgang Nation Sports Media. All these guys are on ship with it, along with me and JC just had our first show on the air. These guys all got shows coming up this week. So make sure you get out there, subscribe, support that channel and the network. So much love to all you guys.
Much love. We appreciate y'all, man. More than y'all think. We appreciate y'all more than y'all think.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so my next question would be, how big of a game? Now, we had Kyle Pitts in week 1, but now we have the best, arguably the best tight end between him and Kelsey, depending on which kind of tight end you like more, the more receiving one or the power one, and Kittle. Who do you think out of those two? I mean, how good of a game do you think Kittles is going to have against us? Do you think we're going to shut him down like we did Pitts, or do you think he's actually going to have a good game against us?
No, he's going to have a good game, but it's all about the our front line with the defense. Are they going to bum rush to get Garoppolo so we can hold him down? But we're talking about Kittles. He dominated last year, but I don't even know if they had won. But this is a whole different defense. So as long as we can have, who's going to stick with him? I guess depending on what type of defense we play, either Singleton would have to stay with him, or Kayvon Wallace.
We had Maddox on him last game. We had Maddox on Pitts. Do you think Maddox can cover Kittle?
I mean, I'm not going to say he's too small, but I mean, long as he's out there. No, but I'm saying, but long as he's out there, and once the ball is up there, he's a good safety to the point where once you grab the ball, he's going to definitely pop you. I mean, he's fast and he's sturdy enough that he will pop you. But again, it's all about it's that zone that frightens me. And you're talking about Kittles, and you're talking about Sambo. What's the other wide receiver? If we play zone, and like I said,
we talking about Brandon Ayuk
and
Debo saying he was Brandon Ayuk. Yeah.
And when I'm talking about the schemes, when you see the wide receivers, how they go when they go and do a curl route, or five steps in a curl or a button or something.
Yeah,
it's just crazy how this is what I'm saying. They'll always catch the ball to get the extra 5 yards that we don't want them to get. So again, we just gotta tighten up. But yeah, Kittles, we're talking about Kittles at the end of the day. So he's not a bum at all. But as long as we can hold him, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and be like, yes, we the Eagles. Instead, he's going to have a good game because he's a thorough tight end. What about not only him? Then they turn Jordan Matthews into a tight end. He's not starting, is he? Is he out there?
I think he's on the practice squad.
Yeah, I think he's on the practice squad. Hey, shout out to Joey Shea stopping by. What up, Go?
What's up, Joey?
Stopping in, my guy.
Joey.
Much love to you, my guy. But yeah, man, I think Kittles. Go ahead, One Trey. I get your opinion before I go. Go ahead. And what do you think about Kittles? We're gonna be able to stop him? And who would you put on him?
I feel like Kittle's gonna get his. I mean,
yeah,
he gonna get his.
Everybody's saying about Pitts, and Pitts got 29 yards.
But
but that's his first year.
And this is a whole nother beast, though, man.
Yeah, we talking about Kittles.
Kyle Pitts is a rookie, fresh out of college. Kittle was a polished veteran. He's been doing this for a couple years now. So I feel like for us to contain Kittle, we're gonna have to stop that run game. You get me? We stop that run game, we don't get killed on the play action pass because now you don't believe the play action pass. If they running it down our throat, our linebackers are going to have to be aggressive to the line of scrimmage. That's when it's going to get bad for us because now they chasing. Kittle running into his zone. He's setting up. And the dude is relatively fast.
Yeah.
He's physical, but he's fast too. He can get down that sideline fast. You don't want to keep Avonte Maddox on him a lot in this game because now he breaks the tackle. Now it's a foot race. So it's gonna have to be a collective effort. I feel like they're gonna have Harris on him more than Avonte Maddox because Harris is a little bigger, a little bit more physical. Kayvon Wallace a little bigger, a little bit more physical. Wilson could jam him up a little bit at the line, but if now they start splitting him out and stuff like that, that's when we're gonna have problems. I mean,
that's why we need Sweat.
Yeah,
go ahead. My fault.
What we really need is for we're gonna really have to depend on our linebackers this game.
Mm-hmm.
Our linebackers gonna get to put in a whole lot of uncomfortable situations, like the bootlegs and stuff like that. They're gonna get put in a whole lot of uncomfortable situations. They're gonna have to play big for us, man. And I think us not having a Davion Teller with the speed that he has hurts us a lot, because now you putting a Sean Bradley on the edge, a Patrick Johnson on the edge. Those Sean Bradley can cover, but a Patrick Johnson, his whole college career, he was on the line of scrimmage for real.
Mm-hmm.
Now you putting him in space, giving him an option. Do you want to attack the quarterback, or do you want to cover Kittle? Mm-hmm. That's a bad combination right there. So I feel like we're gonna have to shut this run game down, so we don't get into the play action pass game for real. We gotta come out early, punch them in their mouth, get up big, make Jimmy Garoppolo have to throw the football more than we want him to. If we could get Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the football to that in that 30-35 range, I feel like we win this game.
Yeah, man. Like I said, you took the word out of my mouth over there. We just gotta get to the ball to quarterback. It's kind of the same way with Matt Ryan. Even though Matt Ryan's a statue, you see him when we weren't putting pressure on him in that first quarter, he was getting it out and he was making finding his targets. Really was looking good. Pitts had those was his only catches when we weren't getting to him. So the same way here, if we don't get to Jimmy G early, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna have enough time to dissect our defense. That's just what it is when you have a dynamic playmaker like Kittles or a dynamic play like Deebo Samuels. If you don't get to that quarterback, they're gonna make plays. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see him like he is better than Pitts. Obviously, he is a veteran. He's been doing it year in, year out. But I don't see him having a game like a 100-yard game against us. I see him probably being in that 60 to 75 range against us with 5-6 catches, because I think our defensive line is gonna really get to Garoppolo in there. So, and let's flip it over. Yeah, he said Eagle Fan 220 said he's more worried about Deebo Samuels than he is a Kittle. Would you agree?
No.
Deebo just came off a game where he had 189.
I mean, yeah, but with the 49ers offense, they don't really feature a wide receiver. So it could be anybody that went off like that. It could have been Ayuk that went off like that. It could have been Kittle that went off like that. That's a more dangerous offense than having a featured wide receiver, because now you don't know. But the thing with the 49ers, they got a lot. They really a gimmick offense. So they do a lot of the reverses, a lot of the quick screens, a lot of stuff like that. They don't really pass the football deep on a straight drop back. It's more off the play action. So I feel like they're gonna put Deebo gonna be playing in the slot for the majority of the game. So that's gonna really be on Avonte Maddox. Avonte Maddox is gonna have to hold Deebo to relatively. I mean, he can have a solid
Maddox
game.
is starting.
Maddox the slot receiver.
He's a starting.
Slot corner. He's a nickel corner.
Yeah, okay.
So he's going to be matched up against Deebo Samuels a lot. And like I said, they're a gimmick offense. They do a lot of reverses, a lot of tight end screens, wide receiver screen stuff. They don't really just go off and just kill you on deep passes and stuff like that. They pick you apart down the field. They pick you apart. They run the football. You get into that short intermediate game. Where's the third down in a probably a 2 or a second down and 5? They give you that the whole game. And when you get tired when your linebackers come up, that's when they go over the top on you. So we're going to have to be real. Our linebackers going to have to be disciplined in this game. They're going to have to play disciplined football, or we're going to get killed.
Yeah. And like I said, the front four, like Sweat, Brandon Graham, Grove, all got to get in there and sack this quarterback. Like, I'm talking about the first quarter. Like, we just got to get in. We can't wait. I don't like that waiting stuff. Like, that's what I mean. Again, that was the first game. So now that this is the second game, they should already know. Like, this is like they got to start eating. They got to eat first meal. Like, they got to eat the first half, the first quarter. They got to get it in. They can't just wait. Like, I understand. That's like with me playing football. It's like when I was like, if I run the ball, once I feel the first hit, all right, it felt like that. All right, I'm cool. Like, now, let's get it in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
your groove. Yeah, I get what you said.
Yeah. So I mean, but they got into the groove at the second half. Like, we can't have that. Like, that's what we can't have. And that's why I'm saying, was it an easy game to keep them at 6 points? Like, Like that.
You gotta
That's
look at
why
the
I'm
time of
saying.
possession. We kind of did it the second quarter. It's just those you got to realize those two first drives that Atlanta did was long drives. Like their time of possession that for those first two drives really ate it up. It was like 10 to 15 minutes in that whole
They
area.
had the ball there.
Yeah.
The second
The
drive,
whole,
they had the ball for damn near 11 minutes.
yeah. So it's more like the drive probably why. That's why I say it really was only like first two drives. After that, we kind of tightened it up and kind of put them to rest after that one.
That's exactly why I said we gotta shut down their run game. Cause we get to the point where Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the football. Like I can deal with that. But if they running the football down our throat, killing us on the play
They want
action,
Jimmy to get hot.
no,
I don't want him
I'm
throwing the
not saying
ball at
get
all.
hot. I'm not saying get hot. I'm saying where he's gotta drop back and throw the football. Now that's when our D line gonna eat. When he got to drop back and throw the football, we putting them in bad situations, third down the longs. I like our chances in those situations. But if they consistently get into a second down and 5, third down and 1. I don't like that scenario. So we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to force Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the football. I like that chances more than them killing us on them stretch runs and stuff, getting to the edge on us. I like our chances with Jimmy Garoppolo throwing the ball 30 to 40 times than us getting killed in the run game. So, I mean, it all depends on the game plan Jonathan Gannon want to go with. You go with the soft coverage thing, the soft stuff like that, they're going to run the football on you. I mean, it's football knowledge. I mean, you defensive coordinator. Your linebacker sitting back, I'm running the football on you.
Right.
I mean, y'all come up, we throw the football. I mean, it's
But do they even have a running game now that most set is out?
It ain't about the back in that
Like Trey
offense.
Sermon is not that bad.
Yeah, it's not about the back in that offense.
I think he could probably hold his own back there. They gave him the ball. If it's open, he gonna take it.
That offense is just naturally made for running backs to look good. I mean, it's the stretch.
I don't put
the
anybody in
runs.
timeout. That's moderator thing, my guy. I don't do the timeout. I'm too busy.
Yeah, nobody doing that, bro. Tell me.
I-
Somebody with a wrench probably did it. Yeah.
So yeah, so let's get back to it. Let's see. So we talked about Debo. We talked about Kittles. What about who do you think's going to have the biggest game this week on our offense? Who's going to be the number one MVP on our offense? Don't say Jalen Hurts. What skill position? It's going to be Miles Sanders. It's going to be Devontae. It's going to be Quez. Which one of these guys are going to break out this week?
Listen, everybody going to eat, but I just feel like it's going to be Devontae Smith again. I think it's just, again, for me, I think, again, he's going to have one touchdown each game. And because he's a first-round draft pick and because we needed a wide receiver or just from him alone opened up everybody with the wide. Like, this is what made Quez Watkins nice. This what made Rager, he's coming along because he wasn't like he was supposed to be last year, but now he's it now because of Devontae Smith. Like they said, they all talk to each other and they all, what I'm saying, they motivated each other. So it got to be Devontae Smith as of right now because again, after he made his first catch, his first touchdown last week, imagine what he's going to do being home. So I believe it's going to be Devontae Smith.
I think this is going to be a Dallas Goedert game. Like I said, TJ Hawkinson killed the 49ers defense last week. 13 catches. I feel like this is going to be a Dallas Goedert type game, bro. It's like, I don't feel like the 49ers linebackers match up well with us in coverage. Even with a Rager.
It's going to be a tight end game or specifically Dallas Goedert?
It's going to be a Dallas Goedert game. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a Dallas. I feel like Zach Ertz with the hamstring, they're gonna take it easy. They're gonna cut his reps a little bit this week, let him heal up a little bit, and it's gonna be a Dallas Goedert type game. Dallas Goedert, man, he gonna have to show up this week because it ain't no goddamn way TJ Hawkinson catching 13 passes on a NFL team and they not cookies in the middle. I mean, you gotta be
pretty
cookies
good tight
in the
end
middle.
too. You gotta give him props. He was a rookie last year. He lit that up pretty good.
So it's not like he came from my favorite college, bro, Penn State. So it's I feel like Dallas Goedert gonna have at least 7 or 8 catches this week. He gonna have a touchdown,
Mhm.
and he's gonna be close to 100 yards.
Nice. Well, since you guys went there, I'm gonna go ahead and go on the other side of the ball. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Miles Sanders' game. He had 120 combined yards last game, but I think this game he's gonna have over 100 on the ground by itself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at him to have at least 150 yards this game, and
Jeez.
he's gonna get himself 2 touchdowns, my guy. One
2
passing,
tutties. Damn, you
one
gotta get 2
rushing,
tutties.
150 combined yards. This is gonna be Miles Sanders come out party against them Niners.
I can respect it. You gotta get 2 tutties though. That's crazy.
Yeah, he didn't score last week. You know what I'm saying? I think this week it's time to get him in the game. Get his stats up. You got to feed everybody. And I
Right.
think Miles
F
Sanders.
it. Let's just give him 3 then.
Yeah. Right.
Let's
Hey,
just give him 3.
give
Make
him
up for the one last week.
let's give him 3 then, my guy. I'm down with
This
that.
is what I like about Hurts though. Hurts is he's spreading the ball. Like he's making it exciting to the point where it's not Carson Wentz just looking at the tight ends or just let me see which wide receiver should I throw it to. Like, no, and this is what makes everybody motivated. Like, who knew that Quez Watkins was going to get the first 3 balls like that to, what I mean, as far as him getting those rushes. And then who knew that Devontae Smith was going to get his first touchdown. Then you got Dallas Goedert. Then you got Rager that took that did that. He caught the ball and ran in for 18. Like I just believe him in general, or just them just being in the locker room, or just being at practice, being in the huddle. Yo, bro, you got this. Or just like how us 3, you know what I'm saying, came out of nowhere and like we just, what I mean, as far as we gathering, just we talking off the vibe. It's just. I just feel like was a better situation. I'm just glad that Wentz is not here. And another thing, you see how Wentz normally I would say number 2 from the Colts. And Trey, you definitely got to take that poster, take that Wentz down too. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good.
I don't feel like painting my wall over, man.
I got you. But you see, this is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. You see what Carson Wentz did last week. That's exactly what he was going to do this week if he was still with us, holding on to the ball too long, or just he's throwing the ball, but the ball is going down to the grass and making his wide receivers. I get it. He made a touchdown and all that, but then going further into the game, I seen how the wide receivers had to go and they had to flop for the ball. So then they lost 28 to 13. I mean, I know they're gonna pick it up, but as far as
24 to 16.
Hey,
24-16.
Mark got a good point. I do want to see Ryan Kerrigan get a sack too this week.
Kerrigan coming off an injury. He really trying to fight back from that injury.
Though. Like, take that up, like to put a club on that thing and get out there. That's what they used to do. They just tape it up. Remember? They take it up together and it'd just be a club, and they go out there and play. And they used to use it to their advantage. They'd be clubbing people in the head with that thing.
They ain't really need him last week though. So it's like, I mean.
But don't we use him as a linebacker? Is he a linebacker or a defensive end?
Well, he's a linebacker, but you got to realize that's why we kept 7, because we run 3-4 and 4-2. There's different linebackers for the 3-4 as it is for the 4-2. I mean, 4-3.
So we need to keep him as a linebacker, and then, or I would just Avery's in there, but that's where I'll switch up. I'll put Kerrigan in for Avery and see how that goes.
Yeah, I have Miles Sanders on a lot of my teams too, my guy. I'm hoping he does do that. Miles Sanders, yes, sir.
I got him starting on one of my fantasy still. I hope he do go off. But yeah, man. I feel like this week we got the advantage because we had the link.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is all based on that.
Exactly.
We had the advantage in Atlanta, baby. Did you see all the videos?
We did, but you know that link gonna be rocking. Link gonna be rocking.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be hard for them. It's gonna be hard for them dudes to come down and get this W, man.
I agree, man. Richie, Jalen definitely has the perfect personality to be the quarterback in Philly. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
He'll never get too high.
And you guys see that too? That Jalen Hurts has more 300-yard games in his first 5 games than
Lamar Jackson
had in 38 career games. How do you guys feel about a stat like that? You know,
I knew that was going to happen in the first game. I said he had with the wide receivers that we got with Quez Watkins and Devontae Smith, definitely with Devontae Smith, and then with Rager. I said he got to have like at least 200 yards, but he went for like what 242 or 265 yards. So
Mhm.
it's like for now on, for the rest of the season, it should be 300 plus now. Like this
Yeah.
is like I already see
Yeah.
Devontae Smith going long. He's going to. I feel like he's going to be like another Deshaun Jackson, going through the middle, or just going for a deep ball. Period. All of them are. You know what I'm saying? So
I
like,
think
just get
that
ready.
that game that we seen in Arizona last year, that's what I kind of see Jalen Hurts being for most of the season. Like you said, 200 and like he didn't hit the 300 mark, you know what I'm saying? But I think every game moving forward, you should definitely see him, be more that quarterback that stays over the 300 mark and even a couple more rushing yards. Like I said, you seen how it was. There wasn't too many of those that were designed runs for him. They were just him checking his reads. One's not open, two's not open, three's not open. It's an easy 5, 6 yards. I'm gonna run out of bounds. You know what I'm saying? If you do that throughout the duration of the game, just to keep the chains moving, those stats are gonna add up. So when you do have that one where you do break it for like 20, 30 yards, it helps your stat line out a lot more. So I see him going over 300 and being that quarterback could be 300 yards with close to 100 yards every single game.
I
Well,
don't
I'm
want
fine
to.
with that.
Go ahead.
Mhm.
I'm no, I'm just, I'm fine with that. Run as much as you want, just run out of bounds or just slide. But I just don't need you to be running 50 yards and then getting hit at you know what I'm saying? We don't need you to be no Michael Vick. That's all I'm saying. I understand you I get it, but just do a little bit because you got wide receivers and you got running backs for that. That's all.
I
Yeah.
don't want to jump too fast, but the energy that I've seen this Sunday, like with all the players, all the chemistry and stuff, it really kind of reminded me of the beginning of the 2017 season. That's why I
Yes.
say I don't want to jump too fast,
I jumped
but
already.
it kind of reminded me
I
all
am
of
on
the
that boat.
dancing,
We are winning the
the
Super
defensive
Bowl,
line
baby.
getting up, kicking down the door. It just felt like a whole they was having fun out there. Like it didn't
Uh-huh.
feel like the last 2 years where everything just felt miserable. Now I feel like they actually having fun on the field, and they got a leader at quarterback. So I
Yes.
feel like the sky's the limit for this team.
Yeah. Shout out to the 25 in the chat. Please hit that
Hey,
like and subscribe to all these great content creators on here.
that's
Birdgang
because Mooch
31,
on here,
One
man.
Rock Trey, Moochie Robinson. We are on a mission to make YouTube green. We have and also subscribe to the network, Birdgang Sports Media. We are all on there. We all gonna be dropping a lot of fire all year long, my guys. Go ahead. All the links are in the chats and in the descriptions, I believe.
Yes,
So
sir.
what else is we gonna talk? We can talk about here coaching styles. Okay, you got Shanahan, you got uh Nick Sirianni. Who do you think is gonna get out coached this week?
Um see we got Nick Sirianni and Jane and Stanich, like I said, we should outcoach them more because you're seeing the Colts and the Chargers combined into one.
Mm-hmm.
And then again, we're home. So because we're home, we should have the advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Uh and as long as we don't do no mistakes, the smallest mistakes is what makes us will make us crumble. Like it could be where to a point where somebody can San Fran can catch the ball and a deep our cornerbacks. Like my thing about cornerbacks, you know what I can't stand is when they hit with their shoulder pads.
Yeah.
Wrap up,
You see what
wrap up.
happened
I
to Slay?
can't.
He tried to hit that fullback. He had bounced right off and didn't do nothing to
That's what I'm saying. Don't be cute. Don't run up and just hit you with my shoulder pads. Like it's to the point where now these guys' legs are so strong they can run right through like a ram. You know what I'm saying? So the smallest mistakes. But other than that, we should outcoach them more because it's not even when Nick Sirianni he let Shane Stanich pick plays. Like he let him like he's comfortable to the point where go ahead, do your thing until if something happens, I'll step in. Or they'll talk to amongst each other. And then even Hurts, he might see something. He comes over and he talks it out like, listen, I seen this, that, and the third. Let me do this play, or let me just do this and let's see what happens. And they be all right with it. So I'm pretty sure, like I said, they had an up tempo too. Like again, once they came out and they started firing at Quez Watkins 3 times with no problem, and he's catching the ball and he's just doing his thing. It's like as long as we keep the up tempo up, we should be straight. So yeah, we're gonna definitely outcoach them. Uh, and long, like I said, minor just the small mistakes. Like far as the defense, our defense has got to tighten up. They got wide receivers to the point where now they can run a little bit more. Like you said, the running game we could get exposed, but as long as we tighten up in the first half, we should be straight. That's all.
I feel like it's just gonna come down to execution. We got a lot of tape on Shanahan. We've been coaching for years. Nick Sirianni a little bit more of a mystery. But at the end of the day, you could call any play you want. You could be in any situation you want. But if the player's not executing on the field, it means nothing. So I don't feel like no one's really going to get out coached this game. I feel like it's going to be up to the players to execute the game plans. And I feel like from what I saw last week, Nick Sirianni is, even though I kind of didn't like all the going for it on the fourth downs all that time and all that, we could have put some field goals up. I mean, it ain't nothing wrong with kicking a field goal and just. I mean, you still got some points out of the situation. I don't want to get into too many fourth downs and we going for it and stuff like that. That's what Doug did a lot. So, I mean, we got to be better, have better situational awareness. I mean,
but then we execute all of those though when we went for fourth downs.
This week, 0 for 2.
Right? He's 0 for 2.
Oh, okay.
But I like the confidence that he's still. I think
I like the confidence
that
but,
he thought he can get it. He's like,
yeah,
hey,
but you still gotta execute that. We can't go off a mystery either. You know what I'm saying? We can't, like you said. I thought we went. Man, I don't know how I missed that, but like you said, if we 0-2, we shouldn't be doing it no more, unless if we have a Jordan Howard to run up the middle, because it's hard to bring Jordan Howard down with just one tackler. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole
first game too. He's just really checking out things.
Yeah, he's just trying stuff. He's just
trying stuff out. He's trying.
But you don't want to afford.
Had no shot in beating us. I think he knew that.
Yeah, but you don't want to afford to do something and something happens either. You know what I'm saying? So, and this, I understand it's the first game and we held them to 6. So, I mean, that's fine, but we don't want to do that further down the road if we are winning or if we're trying to win or if we're trying to do, because, certain defense of schemes can be clever and something can happen. They can run it back the other way or something in some certain type of stature, or I don't know what, in either what quarter. It could be the fourth quarter where we are winning or we're trying to win and something can happen bad. So I mean, I understand he's mentally gifted with the coaching, but you don't want to just do something just to do it either. So again, if we're gonna go for that, like you said, Trey, you don't want to keep on doing that. We need to play smarter and like I said, I don't like quarterback sneaks just as often. Bring Jordan Howard in, let him smash up the hole. Like we don't have nobody. Gainwell did something where he tried to run up the middle and they grabbed him, and it was like, I get it. He's quick, but they grabbed him and they stopped him. So, I mean,
what I want. Go ahead.
I mean, it's more of
true. That's facts too. Run defense has to be better. Yeah,
it's more of trusting in your players and your play calling. It's He probably, like Birdgang said, he probably felt like he called the perfect play for it, and the defense just executed better on it. But I mean, that's more of a situational thing. It's like you trying to build confidence in your team. I get it. I mean, let them know that you trust them on the field and stuff like that. That's stuff you do in game ones when you rocking a team. It's like, let me just try this. Let me try that. See what's gonna happen. But when they get to those close games like that, you got to make better decisions because now you giving up great field position. You going for it on your side of the field. That's not smart at all. So, I mean, it's a situational thing. Trusting your players, trusting your play calling. It don't work all the time. It happens. I mean,
and I definitely want to see him. What I want to see is after getting that lead, I want him to see him to keep his foot on the gas pedal. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be a team that you fear. You know what I'm saying? Don't go into cruise control because as you seen in the middle there, after we were up a little bit, it kind of went on cruise control. They started to make a little bit of move. They didn't score no touchdowns, right? But, they started to make a little push. You know what I'm saying? They were moving the ball a little bit more. They're getting a little confident to try to make it come back. But they didn't. Obviously, our defense shut them up. But I'm just saying, like, if you keep your foot on that gas pedal the whole time, I'm one of those people. I don't want the coach taking his foot off the gas pedal till we halfway through the fourth quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and now our lead is so insurmountable that we're putting in our backups, and that's the taking it for. And when you get the backups in, it's not even that you're changing your play calls; it's just not going to be executed as great as you have for your starters in there. So that's what I'm talking about. Play. Taking your foot off the gas pedal. You need to keep going. This is the NFL, as you've seen in that last week's game the Niners were in. They were up by a whole lot into the last 2 minutes of the game. And that's how Detroit came up with what, like 17 points or some shit like that?
They scored 3
Yeah.
straight touchdowns in
Three
the very
touchdowns,
fourth quarter.
21 points, man,
Yeah.
in 2 minutes. And still had a chance at the end to go down there and do something else. So I think Nick Sirianni to start looking at it, because I didn't like the way his play calling kind of switched up in the third quarter, where he's kind of took his foot off the gas a little bit, and start playing some casual football. I think he needs to learn from his mistakes and just keep his foot on the gas. Let him rack it up. Have that old Chip Kelly mentality. Keep scoring. Remember Chip in the preseason? He kept scoring like 50 points in the preseason because he wasn't getting W. Like, just keep going. Just keep going. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of mentality he needs to have. Like I said, midway through the fourth quarter, we're up by 31, 35 points or something like that. Then, let the backups get in and then let them run the rest of the offense. But, learn to keep the pedal, foot on the gas pedal. Don't, third quarter start, calling more, safer plays and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Keep running that out, because this is the NFL. You can score a lot of points real fast here.
Yeah.
So.
NFL, that's what I was about to say. It's the NFL. Like, you can't hold those kind of leads for long. They professional. They get paid just like you. Teams can score. The worst team could come back on you and win. I mean, they NFL players. So I get what you're saying. You got to keep his foot on the pedal, man. You can't just start going mellow offense just because you got a nice lead. Because that you lose that lead fast. You seen the Cleveland Browns and the Kansas City Chiefs game. They led the game they led the whole game. Patrick Mahomes and them came back in the fourth quarter and won it. So you got to keep your foot on the pedal.
Yeah, you got to, man. It's that's one takeaway. So I want you guys to give me your last little takeaway. What about this game? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we talked about pretty much all the areas, but give me one takeaway, that's really on your mind, the heaviest, you know what I'm saying, of this last game. I mean, this next game against the 49ers.
What you mean when you say that?
Like, what do you want to see the most, or what are you most concerned about? Kind of like all in one. Like, what is your last thought? Like, going into this game, my last thoughts is
see, I guess I just want the defense. If again, I'm just concerned about the defense. As long as the defense get held up from the first to the fourth quarter, I'm straight. Just don't, like you said, keep your foot on the gas pedal. They didn't have. It felt like they were starting, stopping until they put some fuel in, some gas in the car, and then they just started riding. We need to start riding from the first to the fourth period. And the more and more I think about it, it feels like Devontae Smith. I don't know, something about Devontae Smith. It feels like he might be more comfortable. I think it, for some reason, because he got that first touchdown. Watch what he might do. And then it's like we're talking about the run game so much for the 49ers. What about our passing game? The passing game might turn up now to the point where, again, Hurts no Devontae Smith. He's been knowing him for years, for the 4 years that he was, in college. Now that he's here, now it's game on. Now Watkins, like, he understands what's going on. Like, our wide receivers, it might be top 5 to the, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even exaggerating. It might be top 5 to the point where, again, Hurts might have an easy 300 plus because of Watkins and Devontae Smith. And it feels like who can stop Devontae Smith now after seeing that performance last week. So, and again, because that one guy, he's out for the season. I don't know. It feels like now, because we talked about this for a whole hour, but now for some reason it just clicked in my head. Like, I feel like nobody can stop Devontae Smith as of right now.
Yeah, and it's true, man. Like, if you think about all the top cornerbacks in the league, most of them all came from the SEC, and Devontae Smith was already burned them throughout all of his college career. Like, they got drafted. You go back the last 3 drafts, all those top cornerbacks, he's in the SEC. They got burned by Devontae Smith. Even when all those other good receivers were there. That's why I said we are the only team that has a Heisman winning receiver on their roster. You know what I'm saying? All those Alabama boys are tearing it up on all those other teams. They didn't do what Devontae Smith done. And he did it when they were there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at all his stats in college, he was balling since a freshman. You know what I'm saying? Like, he came into Alabama balling.
Putting that
We
work in.
Ruggs, the Judys, the Ridleys, and all those guys. You know what I'm saying? So, he already ate up all these top flight cornerbacks. So I don't think there's too many of them in the league that's going to be able to shut him down, period. That separation that he got with his route running.
Yeah. Nobody feel like nobody's going to stop that.
Picture this, though. He going up against Patrick Surtain every day in practice. So it's like Patrick Surtain, I know him and Patrick Surtain had some crazy battles at practice, bro. I mean, it's like iron sharpens iron, still sharpens still. So Devontae Smith getting here, just like what Birdgang said, it's like, I mean, I didn't win up against the best already in college. The dudes that y'all saying is the best in the NFL right now, I didn't win up against those dudes. Mm-hmm. So it is nothing to me. It's like the dude scored over 20 touchdowns last year. No. I mean, like, he scored over 20 touchdowns. Like, that is amazing, bro.
In the first half of the national championship.
Yo, like, he scored over 20. Woo! Like, so you see when he scored, he wasn't even excited. He handed the football to the ref. All right, come on, let's keep playing football.
And that's what I like about him. And that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's going to at least get one touchdown a game. He's going to have 17. I mean, I'm just hypothetically saying one. Well, no, I believe he's going to do one touchdown per game, but then it's going to be it's going to be some games where he might do 3, because again, he might have a hot hand, and nobody can't stop him. So I'm excited that we have him. So
Devontae Smith, Rookie of the Year.
Facts, yeah.
I mean, I'm not even going to argue. It's going to be hard though, because they usually get at the quarterbacks. So I mean, he can have a better season, but Mac Jones, they gonna give it to one of those dudes. I mean, I feel like it should be him if he ball out the requisite amount of touchdowns, receiving yards, stuff like that. But they usually give those awards to quarterbacks. I don't like it personally. Oh, running back, quarterback or running back. Wide receiver never really win it. It's something like
that's fine.
You have a season like Justin Jefferson had last year, then yeah. But
no, that's fine. I get it. I mean, he knows what he can do. So,
if he had 17 touchdowns, boy, we win a lot of games.
That'd be nasty. If he had 17 touchdowns,
but it's possible.
Season? Oh my God!
But I believe it. I just know something's telling me every game that we play from here on out, he's getting at least one touchdown. He's going to get a touchdown, do his thing, and then go back, sit down, and just wait. Oh, let me go back. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I like that.
That's how I see it. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. He got his first touchdown. Kyle Pitts was supposed to get his first touchdown last week. He didn't. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I know that the coaching over there was just, it was trash. It was like, I used to see Bull. I mean, I was just shocked at how tall he is. But I mean, I've seen him from being at Tech, and I would have never thought the same with the other guy from oh man, the wide receiver from North Carolina. He changed his name to 2. I used to what's the wide receiver for North Carolina?
In the NFL?
Yeah, he in the NFL. He used to be number.
Oh, DJ Moore.
Yeah, DJ Moore. I'm older than him, but we both used to be on the Mount Airy Bantams, and I used to work with his mom. Never would have thought that he was going to the NFL. And now he's in the NFL doing great things. The same with Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts, I said all that to say this. Kyle Pitts was supposed to get his touchdown last week. He was supposed to have more than 20. What we kept him at? 29 yards, you said? He was supposed to have more than 29 yards. He was supposed to have at least 100 because he was the first round draft pick. And you see what they did. But now that I'm just glad that we did get Devontae Smith, because I was skeptical, because I was like, he's nice, but will he get? But then I was like, you know what? He's Hollywood Brown. As long as we can keep him like that, then after what I've seen him what he did last week, come on, man, sky's the limits. Like then we talking about Hurts, where you have a quarterback that his precision is nice. He say the right things. He says he's poised. He's a, you know what I'm saying? As a man, he's a thorough quarterback. Then he got coached from his pop to Brian Johnson to, and that's why I kept saying he's something special because all the documentaries, if you go on YouTube and look at all his documentaries from then until now, there's no way he can fail. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
I mean, at the end of the day, I might say we might go 17-0. I'm drawn when I say
Yeah,
that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
that's what I'm
Because I kept
talking about.
hold up, because I kept saying y'all
Yeah,
tripping. I kept
that's
telling y'all was tripping
I
to
mean,
go
rubbing.
17-0, but
Yeah,
the way how he
17-0
playing and how they
and
putting it
still
together, you
proving
know what I mean?
otherwise. Woo! I like it. I like hearing that.
You
I
know what I'm
like
saying?
it.
So that's where
Yeah,
I'm at
I
with it.
know Kyle. I know Kyle Pitts from his Pop Warner days. He played for the same Pop Warner team I played for. I'm a little older than him, but I mean, you know how that go. You
Yeah,
follow
yeah, yeah.
you follow the youngin. We all played for the North Philly Aztecs. So man,
Hey,
I'm
hey,
praying. I'm
anything's
hoping for Kyle
possible. The
Pitts to have
Dolphins did it.
a solid career.
The Dolphins did it, okay?
The Dolphins.
Yeah, Richie knows about the 17-0 club. You now put Mooch on the list, my guy. We got another one out there.
What's up, Richie?
You're gonna start getting shout outs from everybody, like, oh yeah, Mooch said 17-0. Now whenever I go to anybody checking, like, oh, that's Birdgang, you know he thinks we're going 17-0 already. I'm like, hey man, that's my fan side. 17-0 until proven otherwise. Because it's like, as a fan, when you look at this easy schedule, you know what I'm saying? These are the first six or the hardest six. You know, other than that, it's looking pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we make it through this first six, you know, flawless, then why not 17-0? You know? I don't really see a team, like you said, from each level, how we're able to attack each level. You know what I'm saying? We have good tight ends, good receivers, and good running backs. You know what I'm saying? All three levels, where it's like, if you try to pick your poison, there's two other, two other sides that we can go at. You try to stop the run, we can go to our receivers or our tight ends. You try to stop them, we can go back to our running backs. Not only just our running backs, then you got to look at, when you add that in, you got to look at Jalen Hurts running the ball. So you can fake it to your running back, then Jalen go take off on the RPO game. There's a lot of different dynamics to our offense that's hard to stop. You know what I'm
And
saying?
then the offensive line. We didn't even talk about Jordan Mailata. After he signed that deal, he got 40 million and then 80 million with incentives. He went out and balled. Like imagine, I want to know how would he have played if he never signed that deal, because nobody didn't even expect. I didn't even know he was supposed to sign a deal this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, from him signing it, imagine what he's going to do from here on out too. We talking about Mailata, then we talking about Lane Johnson on the other side. This line feel like it's perfect now. And then we got Dickerson. I can't wait to see what he's
Yeah,
going
see,
to do.
that was another thing I wanted to get to. You guys seen with these two guys, today you've seen clips of McLeod out there running, running around, catching the ball, doing defensive drills, looking fast, looking smooth. Do you think he should play this week, or should we just let Kayvon play this week and let McLeod sit another week?
Let him sit another week, because don't fix nothing that's not broken. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand McLeod, but then we even thought that McLeod was getting old from previous. But then I understand he was under Doug Peterson era. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm not taking nothing against him, but and then again, it was only the first game, so let's just see how it all works out, how it plays out, and then again, me as a
He
head,
is
if I'm the
the
head
starter,
coach, say it
and
again.
McLeod's running out of years, so it's like he is the starter. You know what you got when he is on the field. He's a
Yeah,
he's
but
a
again,
captain, and he's like pretty good. He recognizes plays really good because he's a veteran and he's an all pro. So it's like, do you want to let him sit the bench? Really? Especially if this is his last year. Don't you want him on the field as much as possible?
listen, as a head coach, I can care less if Kayvon Wallace is playing better, you keep Kayvon Wallace out there. That's the reason why Doug Peterson had failed. Like all that, what you call it? Just
Favoritism.
not even favor. What's the other word for favoritism? The loyalty, or I understand loyalty and all this and third, but just from like Alshon Jeffrey, you take at the time when we had Fulgham out there, you should have kept Fulgham in the game, but until Alshon Jeffrey comes back, you put him in, and then he doesn't do so much. So, me as a head coach, listen, I understand you did what you did in the Super Bowl, but this ain't right now. Just stand right here with me. I'm factoring you into something else. but stay right here next to me. Fulgham, go ahead back out there, do what you was doing, what you did in the San Francisco game and then you take him out. So it's like whoever's doing better, that's the next man that's doing better. You keep him in the game. Period.
Okay.
If you want to win this game, all that I get it. Loyalty is cool, but loyalty is supposed to be with respect and all that. But if the next man is playing better than you, that's who you keep in. Period.
What about you, Trey?
I feel like you start him. You start Rodney McLeod. You rotate him. I mean, you want to get Rodney in there, get his feet back wet. He don't even got to start. Just give him a few snaps. Let him see if he's still the same Rodney McLeod. I mean,
That's fine. I'll take that.
That's cool. Like I would start Kayvon Wallace, but sprinkle a little bit of Rodney McLeod and see, make sure you cool. If not, you sit him down, let him rest. I mean, so that's a good problem to have. You got a young safety that can hold that fort down, and you got a veteran that can hold that fort down. So I don't really see the problem with them rotating or not even rotating. McLeod getting a few snaps just to get back in the football shape. So I mean, I don't feel like it's a big deal.
Well, but then again, it's new coaches and it's a new different scheme. Because again, last year that was horrible. So,
and we got multiple schemes, so it's not like you can't just scheme package, Kayvon back in there or scheme package McLeod back in there. Certain packages, you know what I'm saying? There's not really there's so many positions, especially with that secondary, where even the starter's going to be out on certain plays because of the way the big nickel. You got different people in from the regular formation, from the hybrid nickel, the 4-3 under, like all these different formations got different people in position to play. Like even with your 4-3, you got different linebackers coming into the game. You know what I'm saying? Different ends going in and out of the game. So it's like this, keep Kayvon on the field with McLeod being back. That's still a very good possibility because a lot of the time last week we ran 3 safeties too. And, a lot of the formations on defense. So that's the third safety. Kayvon going to get his regardless. So.
Yeah. And then we lost Mike Epps for a little bit. So
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I mean,
that's Mo PT.
Now you probably will see both of them on the field at the same time. So I mean, it's a good problem to have, like I said, because McLeod could play near the line of scrimmage too, and Kayvon can. So they interchangeable for real. So I mean, I like it. I mean, it's a good problem to have. Just like our linebacker situation, it's a good problem to have. Dude's never gonna get tired. Anybody go down, you got somebody that's gonna be there to help to back them up. So I think a good problem to have in a 17-game season.
And Richie, I think J-Jaw was just resting today. I think he's still playing next week. I don't think he's out. So I don't think we're gonna be pulling anybody up from the practice squad this week. Maybe next week or something.
Yeah. I know we need to go get Darren Howard off that goddamn practice squad, man.
The other guy too that just came back to practice was in drills, and we see some nice drills from Landon Dickerson. You know what I'm saying? He's in there doing drills. I seen this one pass set where he used one arm and pushed the guy. And then his second arm kind of came there, but it wasn't even like he had to use the other arm if he wanted to. The dude's
just moving dudes, huh?
He's a beast, man. You know what I'm saying? Are we letting Landon play anytime soon, or are you letting him redshirt this year?
Probably letting him redshirt. Is he coming in? Is he going to take Jason Kelsey's? Is he coming in as a center or?
He probably come in as a guard. To be honest,
let him. He can play any position on the line.
Yeah, but who would he take?
Everybody say Jason's Eric Perryman because this is Jason Kelsey's last year. In terms of taking it, you look at the line right now. Mailata's not moving nowhere. He just got paid fat. He's standing there. Lane Johnson, unless he gets hurt, not going nowhere. Brooks, unless he gets hurt, is not going nowhere. Kelsey, unless he gets hurt, he's not going nowhere. So that leaves the only one that's not an all-pro, and that's Isaac Seumalo, who game 1 was the highest rated guard in the NFL. So are you rushing? But I feel like this. Seumalo is a good guard. You know what I'm saying? He's not an all-pro. He's not a pro bowler, but he's a good guard. He was on the line when we won a Super Bowl. Good for him. He's very consistent. He's a big physical guy, but he's not like anything special. When Landon touches this field, he ain't coming off unless it's an injury. And this boy is going to play at an elite level. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about you got Brandon Brooks on one side, you got Landon Dickerson on the other side, and then with your 2 bookend tackles, Now you made that much more, rushing lanes. That now you have that much longer to pass the ball. You know what I'm saying? Than you would with a guy like say a Mala. So I'm the type of guy I want to see Landon come in around 5 or 6 and take over for Sad Mala.
But again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean,
Exactly.
It wouldn't
but
be broke, but it will be fixed. It's not really. It's upgrade. Whenever you can upgrade a team, just like say our defense right now, they just held Atlanta 0 touchdowns. Say we go and we keep 49ers 0 touchdown. But if we were to go sign a guy now, I don't know, just hypothetically speaking, what's a bad linebacker? Oh, we traded for Eric Kendricks from the linebacker. You think they're gonna say it ain't broke? We kept him out of defense. We don't put fucking Kendricks in the game, and he's gonna be our starting linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how it is. Like we gotta upgrade. You gotta upgrade. Put them in and play them.
But look at it this way too, though, Birdgang. Say you do put Landon Dickerson in and you wet the bed. Now you didn't fuck that. My bad for cursing. Now you didn't mess that whole chemistry.
I'm good.
Now you didn't mess that whole chemistry thing up. Now you throwing Isaac St. back in there cold. When they all just hot, just clicking. Say Landon Dickerson get in and he can't hold that fort down like we think he could.
Like Richie just said, Landon is the 6th lineman on goal line. He already comes in. And you best believe before they actually were to do that and make him the starter, I believe now he probably rotates with some ones in and out, you know what I'm saying, giving Isaac a break. So it's not like when people kept saying this, you don't want to mess up the chemistry on that offensive line. This guy right here, I guarantee he's getting first team reps in practice. You know what I'm saying? Like he's going to rotate in on a lot of different, from center to guard. You know what I'm saying? They're getting this guy in there just like they did anybody. We see what's that dude's name? The tackle from last year. Jack Driscoll.
Oh, Jack Driscoll.
Yeah,
Driscoll gets first team reps. Guys like that, Herbert gets first team reps. You know what I'm saying? These guys that are good in line, they do let the starters rest out. So it's not like he's going to be like this new face on the line. Like they all play together. They all practice together. So I don't feel like it's going to be anything like a broken, all of a sudden, like you're breaking a chemistry if you put a guy that's better in the game. You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is upgrading your offensive line for that much more time for Hurst to dominate and for that big of a bigger hole for, Miles Sanders and the rest of them boys to run in. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's way bigger than say Amala. Like he's just almost as big as Mailata is. You know what I'm saying? Like Landon and Mailata are probably like the 2 biggest guys on the team.
I can respect it.
So you saying play one in the first and play the other in the second?
No, I'm saying by week 5 or 6, just start.
Okay.
Only way I see Dickerson
much love to you, Sam Malu. You did your job. Thank you for doing it at a decent level. Now I'm going to put this elite guy that's going to definitely be like a Hall of Fame type caliber player.
But see, look how you said that. Oh man, y'all gonna just take me off? I was starting from this game to this game. Now you want to just take me out? I mean, if you're doing well, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh man,
But it's just like the example I gave, though. If we go pick up, Howard right now.
Yeah, I got you.
We're gonna go sit Nelson that we just paid Nelson. We're gonna be, hey Nelson, you're scooting over to the slot, and Howard is gonna take the number 1, and even you, big play Slay, you're going to number 2. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna automatically make that transition because you got a greater talent. You know what I'm saying? If you got that great, people are not doubting his talent; they're doubting his health. But we started him back. When we made the 53-man roster, he got activated back to the team. So you look by week 6, he's been healthy. He's been saying he's been healthy the whole time. But even that precautionary window by weeks 5, 6, that's 5 more weeks. So you're looking at 8 weeks since you've been activated, like 10 weeks since you've been activated. You know what I'm saying? And you've been in the system. You learning the plays. You already got the plays down. Why not throw him in to upgrade the position?
I feel like Dickerson gets in if somebody gets injured. I feel like this is a reassuring year for him. He might be forced to play, but I don't feel like he's taking. It ain't even a talent-wise thing. I just don't feel like he's taking one of those spots up there unless somebody get injured.
Okay. Look, Isaac was the 2nd highest graded in the entire NFL last week. People sleep on him, but he is elite. I wouldn't go as far as saying he's elite. but he's
He
good.
does his job. He does.
But that's
his
what
job.
it is, though. He does his job. He is good. And I'm never, it's no, like, even the move wouldn't even be any slight to Isaac for me. Like, I'm not saying, oh, Isaac is garbage, so let's start Dickerson in front of him. I'm just saying the upside of Dickerson being in the game is giving your quarterback more time to pass. It's opening up bigger holes. Isaac might be doing good opening holes, but if you're running now, just like everybody sees that right side, everybody knows our right side is our strong side. And then, Isaac and what's Mailata is good starters, but our right side, those are all Pro Bowl caliber players on that side. So that's why whenever they're connected, we win 80% of our games because those guys are that dominant. Why not make it so your whole line is that dominated by just changing that one piece? Because you obviously see what Mailata is doing. He's treating all these people like little kids out there with his big physical self. He's a physical species. So why not throw another physical species next to him? So now you got Brooks and Dickerson dominate inside protectors, and then Mailata and Landon Johnson on the outside.
But the
Dickerson
Landon
still
Dickerson
have?
thing is a mystery right now.
It's not a
Like,
mystery.
we seen him in college. Just like we seen a lot of dudes in college. It's a mystery right
But
now.
all those guys that come from college that they say are as good as like what they talk about Landon Dickerson being, like the Nelsons, like the Martins, all those guys come in the league and ball out.
Yeah.
Don't
But
they?
he still got
Don't
Dickerson
they all
still
come
got
out?
the
Martin's like considered the
yeah.
best guard in the league. That dude on the Colts, that their number one draft pick. They have what's his name again? Freak.
No,
Nelson.
no.
Yeah, Nelson. They said the same thing about him. He's one of the best. Like all these guys, the younger guys that are coming out, they are the best in the league right now. So it's not like the trend should pass. They said Landon would have been drafted high like those guys, except for that knee injury that he had late. And if he would have had that knee injury, say in the beginning of the season, he probably would have still got drafted high because it would have been that much time for him to recover. But since it was late in the season, that's why he fell to the second round.
Do Dickerson still got both of those knee braces on?
Yeah.
Do you think is he good enough can he
He's always
hold?
knee braces.
Oh, all
Like
right. No,
even
I'm just
before he went
saying.
to Alabama, he was wearing knee braces because he had hurt his knees. Like, you know what I'm saying? But in the Alabama stint up to that last one, he had played 26 straight games without even getting hurt. So when they say
I'm gonna say it like this though: if they make the move, I wouldn't be upset about it.
my boy.
Right? If they do make the move,
podcast.
if they do make that move, I wouldn't be upset about it. Man, I would love to see Landon Dickerson playing. All right, but like I said, they make that move, it wouldn't upset me at all. Like I wouldn't feel no type of way about it. So when we see him, we see him. I feel like they gonna let him ride the pine though, get his health together a little bit more. I mean, then next year you come out, you just have a new start, fresh start.
Yeah. But see, next year, are you going to throw him in? And I think that's the benefit of playing him this year as guard, because it's easier to replace a center than it is to replace a guard. You know what I'm saying? For elite level. So now you get a chance this year to see him play some guard and see how elite he really is at guard. Because then if you wanted to, like the best center in a draft could still get drafted third or fourth round. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, but the best guard or tackle, they're getting drafted top 10. You know what I'm saying? So to find another good center to replace him with, I feel like they might want to go ahead and try to figure that out this year, as opposed to just throwing them in the center saying, okay, here you go, you're the starting center next year. You know what I'm saying? Why not see, because it's easier to replace that. Because then what happened is Sam Mala's game started going on. Now you're still back in that same boat again, where you got to find another guard to come in and play some good football.
Right. I can see where you're coming from. I'll get you.
So when Landon Dickerson came out at the same time as Mela, it's going to be straight up. Yeah. It's going to be crazy having both of those guys on the same side of the ball, man, playing together to each other. Like, those guys are monsters.
Big dude.
I'm talking about the old school cowboy line. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, it's going to be nasty. It's going to be – they're going to be moving folks, though. They definitely going to be moving some furniture up there. But
I think
definitely.
Yeah, that's another thing, too. Sam Mala only got moved to guard because Kelsey kept playing. Like we got Sam Mala to train him to be Kelsey's replacement. That's the reason why he's been on our O-line the whole time. Like he wasn't even supposed to be our guard. Kelsey kept playing, and he was the best lineman on the roster, so he kept playing left guard. So, if anything, when Kelsey leaves, you can just go ahead and slide him over. You've been
Put him right back
holding
at
him
center.
there
Yeah,
long, move him right on over into Kelsey's center spot, and then
that's
you have
facts.
guard there. Because I just think it's more of an important position. Like I'm not saying that the center isn't important because Jason Kelsey's the most important guy on our line because you got to make all the calls and checks. But in terms of, like I said, to find another center to play some good football in the middle is easier than to find like an elite guard to go out there and play.
Facts. I agree.
But I don't think Bosa have any success against Mailata. Yeah, how do you guys see that matchup working out? The Bosa Mailata matchup.
I'm
Who
not
wins?
gonna
Oh,
say
I
he
can't
ain't
wait to
gonna
see it.
have success, but
Huh?
go ahead, Mooch.
No, I said I can't wait to see that. Malata, he just signed the deal. So because he signed the deal, he's definitely gonna show you something. Bosa, I mean, I get it, he's nice, but again, I think Jordan is just he's too hyped up. He got 40 million in his head right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna show you. Y'all think y'all seen something last week? Watch what you're gonna see this week.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta understand Jordan Mailata from this standpoint. Dude came from Australia. He played no football.
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted. Philly fans embraced him. They waited. We waited on this dude. Like
Yeah,
every
yeah,
year they were saying, well, will Jordan Mailata be our starter? Will Jordan Mailata be our starter? Now he's officially here. He embraced the city. He loves it here. I feel like he's gonna be one of those tackles that's gonna stick in the city for like at least 10-ish years. 10-ish to 12 years.
Because
So go ahead.
I was saying, because how dominant he is now, he's not even reached his potential yet. You know what
Facts.
I'm saying? The
he
dude's still
definitely
learning.
didn't.
He's still learning. Like, it takes a long time to master everything. There's people that have been in the league for like 15, 20 years that haven't mastered everything. This guy is still like scratching the surface of how good he can be. And it's already like, just because his physical specimen, you know what I'm saying? He's a physical specimen like that. It makes it easier for him to look really good now. But imagine when Malato's like 3, 4 years in, where now he actually got secrets and tricks and stuff that he likes to do. He's gonna be ridiculous, man.
Then he working with one of the best offensive line coaches in the NFL. So that makes it even more sweeter. Just seeing his development just makes it even more. He's homegrown. Like he's
Yeah,
homegrown, and I feel like
really
he's gonna be one of
homegrown
the
too.
best.
Like we
He's gonna
taught
be
him
one of
how
the
to.
best left tackles in this league for years to
We
come.
taught him his ABCs and his 1, 2, 3 type.
You know what? I remember seeing a video on him where they was teaching him so much that even when he's in his stance and when he do his drop leg, like I didn't know he was that tall that when he dropped his leg back, it's like he glide like he was Michael Jackson, like he look like he do it like he look like he do the moonwalk when he glides back just so he could do pass protection. And after seeing that, I was like, wow, they taught him that. You know what I'm saying? From as far as him being in rugby, because they showed him in rugby how, all right, without no pads on, he's bull rushing through, and so far as him getting physical and getting hit, that don't bother him because he didn't have no pads on. Now he got pads on. So is that far as that hit from last week when he ran and popped the guy, whoever that defensive end was, it was no problem for him. So yeah, like you said, he haven't even reached his potential yet. They said even in the off season, he watched so much video. He said he was watching video every single day of the greats, as far as being as a lineman, and he just took all that. And now again, he got 40 million. Me if I'm like, man, I got 40 million and then 80 million with incentives, I'm gonna show y'all something. So that's why I can't wait to see this matchup.
Yeah, I think it's like all the other guys. Like, I think if you were like a first round pick left tackle, there could be a possibility that that money kind of makes you drop a little play because you'll be too full of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, I knew I was gonna get this money. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Now I can just go chill out and just do my thing. Like how you see a lot of big name players when they get paid, their game drops. Zeke, Amari Cooper, hopefully Dak. But all these guys that get this money, the games drop. I see, like you said, his character and his personality, man, and how he's still in that mode of being hungry to actually learn the position. You kind
Yeah,
of got him in the right spot, and you didn't give him top left tackle money. You gave him good left tackle money, so he knows there's a whole nother contract I can get. You know what I'm saying? Like this will put our family on the map. The next one's gonna set us straight forever. You know what I'm saying? So that hunger that he still has for it is definitely gonna keep him going and reach his full potential.
And that's another thing, as far as the defense. That's why I just can't wait to see what Sweat going to do. I believe Sweat. I don't even. So they not even having him start. They got Michael Bennett. Not Michael. What's his Is that Mike? Do they got Michael Bennett starting over him
Who?
or Sweat?
No, you mean Fred Barnett? I mean,
I
Gary
mean
Burnett.
Gary.
Burnett. I'm sorry,
Gary
Burnett. I'm reading whatchamacallit, but Burnett, he's starting over Sweat, right? They shouldn't have that, but I'm just saying
No,
that's why.
Sweat started
Oh,
last.
Josh Sweat start.
Yeah, Sweat
So
started.
Gary
Josh Sweat
Burnett
started, but then Burnett. I seen Burnett in there though,
They
or
rotate. Our
they was
They
defensive line
doing.
rotate,
rotated
yeah.
a couple plays.
They rotate.
Okay, well, again, for some reason, I feel Sweat is going to get into this game too. I, um, I just want to see what he's like because far as the practice squad, I mean not practice squad, as far as him being in practice, him being the fastest, him beating out certain other defensive ends, I just want to see what he's going to do. I believe if he can get past whatever tackle that they have at the 49ers, and again, this is a home game because this is a home game. We got the advantage. I just see Sweat. He going to have at least 2 sacks.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You know, clear this out. Give me your hot take, but is that your hot take? Sweat getting 2 sacks, or you got even hotter take? I like the hot take to be juicy and big, and yeah.
You already know Devontae Smith is another touchdown, but it's just going to be more exciting because he's home. That's my hot take, and I
We
believe
know that's not really that hot though, because you expect Devontae to get a touchdown. You know, I need a hot take, like something that most people think is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? But it's still possible to happen in the game.
all right. Then no, I can't say that.
Say, see those things that you can't say. Those are the things you want to hear, guy.
All right, then I say Darius Slade catching. He's gonna have an interception because I see Garoppolo throwing the ball so many times that if our like run defense get up to far as getting a sack, and if he throws the ball, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be an interception. So I see, and we got Nelson, so I see us getting an interception, maybe 2, to mess up their whole offense.
Okay, I was
That's
looking for
my
a
hot
little
take.
hotter than
Yeah,
1 or 2 interceptions, but I'll take it. That's
all
because
right.
we had no turnovers last game, so you could be like 2 turnovers, 2 interceptions. That is a hot take. What about you, One Trey? Give me your hot take for a game 2.
All right. This a left fielder. I'm gonna go. We get 2 receivers over 100 yards, and Miles Sanders cracks 100 yards.
Oh, there you go. That's what
So
I'm talking about.
we
Hot
get 2
take, my
receivers,
guy.
no matter the combination. It could be
Yeah,
tight end, it could be
300
2
yards
wide
over 3
receivers.
players. That's fire right there. Okay, I'll go.
That makes sense.
I'll go even hotter. Jalen Hurts scores 5 touchdowns this game.
Sheesh.
Rushes for over 100 and passes for over 350.
Whoa. Putting up mad numbers, huh? I can respect
Yeah,
it.
that's Madden numbers right there.
Because did you guys see that game too? How in the world did Jameis Winston get 5 touchdowns, only threw for 158 passes?
That's because the Packers was on bull crap. Aaron Rodgers was turning that pill over.
How do you throw for 5? Was it all passing touchdowns? Those
Yeah.
5? How do you get 5?
And I believe
They
only
was all
because
close ones though. They was all in that red zone area.
that's what I'm
All
about to
5
say.
of them.
That's because they was all in the red zone and it was they was past the 50.
That's why they're all red zone touchdowns.
Mm-hmm.
And who was getting the ball down there? Kamara?
The Packers was turning the football over.
Oh. Because then Aaron threw a couple of interceptions?
I think he threw like 2. I think they fumbled a couple times. It was just like it just looked bad. Their offense looked bad.
Yeah, Jalen is getting freaky this week. He's going deep. 5 TDs, my guy. If Jameis can do it, then Jalen can do it. Anything Jameis can do, Jalen can do.
Jalen had an opportunity to throw 4.
He could have this last game.
He missed Zach Ertz on that wheel route. He would have hit him in stride. That was a touchdown.
Yeah, player of the weeks. And another hot take, our defense, to cap off what you said, they're gonna get 5 turnovers against the Niners because they're going to be that devastating. The 2 that you said, and 3 fumbles, on the Niners. That'd be another hot take.
Nasty.
A touchdown.
What's up, y'all?
All right, guys. Well, we've been up here for an hour and 45 minutes. It's been a great show. We still got 22 rocking in the chat. We've been having these boys rocking all night long, my God. Because that's what happens when we got great content creators up here. So everybody in the chat, if you have not hit that like, go hit it. On everybody's channel. Hit that like. Subscribe to my boy One Trey Rock, Moochie Robinson, and of course me, Birdgang 31. And also, we are all on a new network. We just started doing live videos today. Go check out the network. All these links are in the comments and inside the description. Birdgang Nation Sports Media. Check the page out. Subscribe to it. Because we got a lot more great content creators on the network. And we're going to turn YouTube green. That's all I got to say. Go ahead and tell them where else they can find you guys, my guy.
No, you already know. Like I said, I just joined Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. You're gonna see me there. Starting every Wednesday. I might be solo. I might have somebody with me. But I can't wait to start that. Of course, my page is Moochie Robinson. My Twitter is Moochie215. Until you're gonna be seeing me. And my prediction too for Sunday's game, I believe it's gonna be. I'm gonna go on the what? No, I'm gonna say 17. No, I'm gonna say 33-21 Eagles.
Nice. Trey, tell them where they can find you and give them your prediction, my guy.
Y'all already know. Y'all can find me in the cave.
Too.
You can find me in the cave as always, man. Hit me up on Instagram, One Trey Rock 215, Twitter, One Trey Rock. It's just a One Trey Rock kind of thing. Or y'all can come holler at me in the cave when I do my weekly live. It's called Live from the Cave. I'm also a new member of the Birdgang Sports Media Network. I mean, just hit me up. You want to ask something? I do mine's a little bit different, man. See, a lot of content creators are not from Philly. I'm homegrown. I'm from North Philadelphia, so I walk a little different, talk a little different, do a little bit of different things. You know what I mean? So, you can find me on the Birdgang Sports Network every Friday night. Me and my guy, AK Eagle, we got the late night from the cave. And you can find me on Wednesdays, either Wednesday or Tuesday. I got a weekly pick'em with Jordy Fighter. We do it every week. It's called the One Trey Fighter, a weekly pick'em. Man, you can just find me anywhere, man. It's like, but go follow my guys. Go follow my guy, Moochie, Birdgang, if y'all haven't done that, man. These some good content creators, man. We starting a movement here with the Birdgang Sports Network. Either you're going to get with it now or you're going to get with it later, but I promise you're going to get with it.
Hell yeah, I like that. And y'all know me, man. Birdgang 31, Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. On the network, I have a show. Earlier, I had one with my boy JC Eagle Talk. We're gonna be doing it every Wednesday. It's gonna be called the weekend special. The midweek special. Where we talk about the previous game and the upcoming game. Right there in the middle of the week. So we give you a little bit of both on that show. So hit us up. We usually start that show at 6:30. So come back next week and go check out the network channel. We'll be on there. And I also got a post game show with AK. We do the post game of all Eagles games every week. And then, other than that, check me out on my channel, Birdgang 31. The Birdgang Nation Sports Talk still is live. We got a lot of great 49er content creators coming on the show this week. So make sure y'all come in and show them how we do it in Philly with all that green inside the chat, my guy. Like I said, much love to all you guys. I always say it on my show, fly, Eagles, fly. And until next time, this is Birdgang Nation Sports Talk. I'm your host, Birdgang 31, and we are out.
Yeah.
Peace.
He chose not to have the surgery. He chose to rest and relax and hope it goes away. And then he ended.
We took a look at Gilmore, and if we got Gilmore, we win in the division. feel like you know what I mean. I feel like Stephon Gilmore.
Richard Rodgers. He's with our team over the last couple of years. This is about our fourth time picking him up. What does that mean for